Hey y'all, good morning. This is Tonetta, your social worker coach. I want to say good morning to y'all. Welcome to this video. This video is about honesty in the workplace. And make sure that y'all, of course, tag your friends or people that of course, that are working and that may need to hear this video. But it's, like I said, it's definitely about being honest in the workplace. This was on my mind when I got up this morning. And welcome to the morning tea. I didn't even say that, but welcome to the morning tea as well. The morning tea is the time where I can, of course, just talk about different topics, talk about different things that's on my mind, talk about things that you all may be going through as well, to hopefully share some of my experiences and lessons as well, hoping to help, like I said, to push you all forward. So, and give you all some nuggets that y'all can pick up and carry on with your life with. I guess I put it that way. So, like I said, definitely welcome. But like I said, this one is talking about honesty in the workplace. And like I said, this has been something that's been on my mind. I've talked about stuff like this in the past, but like I said, definitely, but not the honesty in the workplace. I know it seems with I can't speak for everybody, but with my experience being a social worker for 20 plus years, it seems that honesty in the workplace is not really something that, bosses, supervisors, CEOs, and other coworkers, or I guess just coworkers, whoever's in the office, want to hear. Yes, people may ask about honesty and want honesty for this and honesty for that, whatever kind of situations that's going on. But like I said, when it comes down to it, giving your honest opinion, giving your honest how you feel, that kind of thing can sometimes be used against you in the workplace. And I know, like I said, I'm definitely speaking to some more people out there, I'm sure, because I know I'm not the only one who've experienced things like this. But it's just a shame, because I know I see a lot of times that in the workplaces that I've been in, I see a lot of things that can be changed. A lot of things that can be done differently. I guess I put it that way as well. And a lot of those times I do not speak up about it because I figure it's not my workplace. What's the point? They're not going to listen anyway. Because when I tried to give feedback and things in the past, like I said, it just fell on deaf ears. It was like, okay, she don't know what she's talking about. She don't run this business. I'm not saying that's what they said, but to me, that's how I felt. She don't know what she's talking about, or that's not going to work, or however they felt. I guess I put it that way. But and I've seen others give their honest opinion, giving their opinions about things that can be done differently in the workplace as well, and that fell on deaf ears too. I can't even recount a time that there may be a time, I don't know, but I was going to say I can't even recount a time where I saw someone give their opinion about something or some changes that could be made, and it was actually implemented. I don't remember anything in my past. I guess I put it that way. If you all remember something in your past or something in your workplace, and like I said, definitely let me know how honesty is handled in your workplace. Are you able to be honest in your workplace? Or are you shut down as well? Or are you made to feel like you can't be honest because somebody's not going to listen, or they don't think it's important, or they don't think you know what you're talking about because you have this particular title, that kind of thing. Like I said, definitely let me know down in the comments what your experiences are. If you feel comfortable. If not, you can DM me as well. But like I said, this has just been on my mind because I know, like I said, I've dealt with this the whole time I've been working. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, it just saddens me that I know that just because I'm a social worker or just because somebody else is a secretary or whatever title that they have does not mean that they have no idea how to brainstorm and come up with ways the business can be changed or things can be done better. Your title does not matter about that. Everybody always has creative ideas about everything. And it just, like I said, it just saddens me that I can't say all workplaces. I know that for many of them, I'm pretty sure that. But it just saddens me that there's people higher up, supervisors, CEOs, business, whoever owns the business, whoever it is, that are just not listening to the people that work under them. Yes, I understand it's about bringing money in, that kind of thing. Trust me, we all understand that. We all want to be paid as well. I understand that. But at some point, if you want your business to be better, or your agency to be better, or your nonprofit to be better, you have to listen to the people that's working in that business with you. Listen to their honest opinion and actually take it to heart and figure out how y'all can change things, if it's even possible, and have that conversation. Working together is nothing. It's not hard to do. You just have to want to humble yourself enough and step out to your CEO or whatever kind of leadership role you think you have, because you have a title. That means nothing when it comes to dealing with people in the workplace. Yes, you can have your title and those kind of things or your degrees or whatever it is. But if you cannot even have a decent conversation with somebody about something that may need to be tweaked in the workplace, that's a problem. Or if you're not even willing to listen to anybody else about the workplace, about things that can possibly be changed because you know what you're talking about is your business and it's your way or the highway, that's grounds for your business to fail at some point. And most people, of course, who are working want to feel like they can give their honest opinion and give some information or give ideas and that kind of thing and actually have it listened to. Like I said, I can't tell you how many times I've given suggestions in different places I've worked, and it's just like, okay, y'all don't think I know what I'm talking about? Or y'all don't, I guess you don't see it from my way, which is fine. Everybody's going to have their own different opinion, but still, at least acknowledge the things that people say, and of course, take it to heart and try to figure out whether something can be done about it. Even if it's just having a meeting just to discuss the ideas, or checking in every so often, I guess, to discuss any ideas or anything that the employees may see that they want to change in the workplace, even if it's that. Like I said, nobody wants to go to work and just feel like they just work, and nobody's listening to them at all. Nobody cares how they feel in the workplace. That's how I felt a lot of times. And that's how a lot of folks feel too. That's why we had, of course, are still having the great resignation. That's why we're still having the silent quitting and all those types of things. People don't feel like their voice is valued in the workplace. Granted, I know, I guess, of course, respect is respect. Come off respectfully. I understand that. But like I said, definitely when we see we're the ones who, of course, are putting in the work in the workplace. Not just me, but of course, there's people who, behavioral health technicians, there's all kind of folks that work in residential facilities. There's all kind of folks that work in the foster care departments, schools, school staff, whatever kind of medical staff, whoever you are. Everybody wants to feel valued and feel like their opinion matters in the workplace. Otherwise, they just feel like they're a number there. And I hope there are some employers listening and business owners listening, because this is, I'm pretty sure, how your staff feels. Especially if you're one that will not even listen to the ideas and opinions of other folks in the workplace because you got everything. You know everything. It's your way or the highway. You don't care what they have to say. You already know how things have been done in the past, and that's how things are going to constantly keep on being done. That's not fair to those people. They came to work for that job and work for your mission, your values, or whatever it is that you all have there, in order to give some input, to create some change, especially when it comes to dealing with the clients and dealing with the coworkers in the workplace. There's always ways to tweak things and change things that's not going to cause too much headache for anybody at all. You just have to be willing to want to do that. And I want to talk to those employees out there as well, because I know, like I said, for me, a lot of times we don't speak up because we felt like the people, our bosses or coworkers or whoever it is, don't even want to listen and can care less what we have to say. But what I've learned and what I've realized is that if we're going into these workplaces, at some point we have to start speaking up. Otherwise, things are not going to be changed at all. And granted, I know I've seen folks speak up and get fired. I've seen that as well. I'm sure y'all have seen that too. Put it down in the comments if you see, or at least drop 100, drop an emoji, that kind of thing, if you've seen that too. I know I've seen that several times actually. But we have to get to a point where if we want to see some change and advocate for ourselves and that kind of thing in the workplace, we have to at some point try to speak up. Now, whether that means getting you and your other coworkers rallied up to go talk to the boss or whatever about the situation, then that's what it takes. If you want to do it alone, then that's what it takes. But like I said, the workplace is not going to change because we just sit back and say nothing. Now, if you don't care, that's a totally different thing. I've said many a times I didn't care. I was sick of this and that kind of thing. But I honestly do care, because that's where I go for 8 hours or more a day to spend with folks that I have to actually work with as a team. We all do, if you're still in the workplace. Granted, you're working yourself out of the workplace like I am as well. I understand that. But still, you still have to deal with these people day in, day out, or whatever your set hours are. So we have to learn how to work together, like I said, when it comes to the honesty in the workplace. There shouldn't be where nobody's ideas or anything is not even listened to. People are going to have ideas all the time. People are going to notice things that can be done differently in the workplace all the time. And it wouldn't, I'm sure most of those changes shouldn't take much to even implement. But our bosses, our supervisors, the people who own the business have to be willing to do those things. And they have to be willing to listen. If you didn't want to listen to your, I guess, to the folks who was doing the work for you, you shouldn't have hired them. And I've said this before. If you don't want to listen to the folks that you have hired to, of course, do the job within your business, you shouldn't have hired them. You should have hired somebody else who's going to listen to you and be your pet, and that's just going to do what you want to do. And not give any ideas for changes and not be honest in the workplace. Like I said, I cannot tell you how many times I've seen folks, of course, fired and this kind of thing because they've tried to speak up, or they've been trying to be honest in the workplace, or tried to give their ideas and they weren't even listened to. Tried to give their ideas and it was blown off. Like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have the degree or the certificate or whatever it is to give those kind of ideas. When nobody's dumb, everybody has ideas. Ideas can come from out the damn wazoo. They can come from anywhere. Like I said again, bosses have to be willing to, of course, listen to their employees. If not, you shouldn't have hired them. Work the business yourself if you know everything about the business and you know how it works. Work it yourself and fire everybody if that's the case. I'm sure your business will not run, I guess, from that. I'm sure that. You need other people to help you push your mission forward too, just like any other business I heard. And what's fair is what's fair. If you want a fair workplace, you have to be fair too. Since I started my job back in 1999, I've said that it starts from, I've said and noticed that when it comes to things like workplace toxicity and all these issues in the workplace, lack of communication, nobody listening, nobody's ideas being listened to, people being bullied on, all this type of stuff. It starts from the top down. Whatever kind of example you're giving, that's how the workplace is going to be. And a lot of employers don't want to hear that, but I'm definitely telling you that however you are, that's how the workplace is going to be. If you're full of chaos and drama and gossip and all this kind of stuff, that's exactly how the workplace is going to be. Granted, coworkers, us people who work for you will come in with our own level of toxicity or lack of communication or whatever it is. But as the leader, you're supposed to teach those skills. If you're having people that's constantly gossiping and work ain't being done and the mission ain't being followed and people are being bullied and people are disgruntled employees, you need to look at yourself and what you're doing in your business. And look at those employees and figure out how you can best coach them as a leader to, of course, create change within that workplace. There's no reason these things should be happening at all. And like I said, this was definitely on my mind because it seems like once you're trying to be honest in the workplace, it seems like people either shun you or don't want to listen to you or, like I said, at the extreme, fire you. And like I said, that should never be. It is the truth, but it should never be. And it's just ridiculous at this point. And like I said, if you didn't want to listen to anybody else or have any other ideas come forth besides your ideas, you shouldn't have hired the people that you hired. Fire them all and do what the hell you want to do. That's how that usually goes. The work and whatever else it includes. I'm sure nobody wants to do that, but still, that's what should happen. If you don't want to listen to anybody else, why bring somebody into your workplace and you're not even listening to what they have to say? They can't be honest with you when you ask for honesty. They look there like, oh my God, what is this? You should have said that. That hurt my feelings. Well, you shouldn't have asked. And like I said, we have definitely got to get better. I know that when I talk about workplace toxicity, it's across the board. It's not just the employees, the people that work there who are the frontline workers. It's the upper management and staff as well. It goes all the way across the board, the whole entire spectrum. There's no one unit. There's the whole entire spectrum. And if you're not being the best boss that you can be, trying to coach these workers into, of course, being the best employees that they can be, then something's wrong with that picture. Like I said, we have all got to do better in the workplace. And we can all come together and work as a team, actual team in the workplace. But we have to understand that if we're coming into the workplace, we see things that's going on, we should be able to, of course, speak our minds about those things without having any kind of retaliation at all. Otherwise, what's the point? So like I said, I just want to bring this message this morning because like I said, this was on my mind. And it's always been my mind. I guess, like I said, all the jobs I've had, I've spoke about things like this as well. Wasn't listened to, but like I said, that's definitely fine. In the past, I guess I put it that way as well. But like I said, at some point we have to learn that we are the people, all the people that you see in your job, in your workplace, create that workplace. And if it's a toxic ass environment, that's because y'all are making it a toxic ass environment for whatever reason. Take a look at the leadership and take a look at your staff that's frontliners and see what is going on. Talk to the people and find out what's going on. Are you allowing somebody to run the workplace when they're not even the supervisor or they don't even have the, whatever it is, the knowledge to even do so? But they just want to run it because they feel that they have a power over everybody else. We always have those power struggles in the workplace, which that shouldn't be either, because nobody's better than anybody else. Each role has a different way that it's going to play out anyway in the workplace. Nobody's better than anybody else. But all the roles that we have, they all come together to form one big company and one big unit. And that's how it should be looked at. It shouldn't be a power struggle, but I can't tell you how many times I've seen many power struggles in the workplace too, which is a totally different video. But people thinking they, of course, run the workplace because they've been there for so many years or whatever the case may be, or somebody thinking they are the supervisor's pet, I guess I put it that way, and they can get things pushed farther, faster than anybody else. Then they want to play like they're the victim to everybody else in the workplace and, oh, this shouldn't be happening and, oh, going back and telling gossip. We have all those kind of power struggles in the workplace, which shouldn't be at all. But like I said, we definitely have to educate on these things in the workplace as well and call this shit out whenever it does happen. That's the honesty in the workplace. I know, like I said, I know that for some jobs, of course, people will fire you. That's why I preach about always having a backup, always having a side hustle, something that you can fall back on. A money in the bank saved already. Something. Actually, both of those. But like I said, we have to get to a point where we cannot be scared to speak up anymore. Because it's getting ridiculous in the workplaces, y'all. And y'all know this too. Y'all see this. Y'all saw what happened with the Great Resignation. How jobs didn't even care about the COVID or anything else going on. So like I said, we have definitely got to do better, y'all. If you need to work with me, you're in the workplace and you're stressed and you're traumatized, you're going through toxicity and that kind of thing, make sure that you reach out to your girl. Let me know. I do one-on-one coaching. And if you're a business owner or a CEO of a nonprofit business, whatever it is, an office space, and you need somebody to come in to talk about these types of issues to help push your business further and to get everybody on the same page, let your girl know. I do that as well. Because like I said, we have got to create changes in these workplaces. This really makes no sense where things, at least where I see things are headed. I guess I put it that way. We're there in their office 8 or more hours a day. I don't care if it's 1 hour a day. You still have to get along with these people that you work with. If not, it's causing you undue stress and burnout and trauma as well. We have got to do better, y'all. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Like I said, definitely, if you want to work with me one-on-one, or if you're a company, a business owner who is trying to, of course, figure out how to best create the change in your work environment because it's toxic or something's going on or different, or people are just not gelling well together. Like I said, reach out to your girl. I'm a social worker coach, so definitely reach out to me. You can click the link in the bio or the link in the description of the video, either one. And let me know what you need and how I can help you. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, this is Tonetta Clay, your social worker coach. Take care, y'all, and have a great rest of your day. And like I said, definitely comment down below if this kind of stuff goes on in your workplace. And if you can be honest in your workplace and it's actually listened to, I guess I put it that way. If you can actually share ideas and share some things that you see that may need to be changed in the workplace and is actually listened to, put it down in the comments. And if it's not listened to, and if you tried to share ideas and nobody really cared, I want to hear about that too. So like I said, comment down below and let your girl know. Take care, y'all, and have a good one.